Even though live TV tends to be scripted and people get prepared for it, there are just some times in which things simply go wrong. When a math professor failed miserably at what she called simple math on live television, the cameraman decided to do some damage control by panning out to some artwork.
U Beogradu, ali širom Srbije, održava se 4. put po redu manifestacija
Meal times can quickly work up a temper in lions. When a news reporter decided to interview a lion at a sanctuary just before his mealtime, he wasn't too happy.
He can go into his den in the back. Right, Tao?
You simply cannot leave one of the strongest men in the world hanging.
Our competition.
During the recording of a departure of a ship in Greece, a man pulled up last minute to the port, and he was caught missing the ship just as the ramp was closing. And to make things worse, his taxi left too. During the pre-show of a major ice hockey game, there were 3 hosts doing a live broadcast on the game, and sport in general. And viewers noticed that one of the hosts didn't get to speak much.
Наша компетенция обсудить и понять, кто виноват, в чем, почему мы не забиваем.
When a news reporter had very different political views than the station, she was threatened to be fired, and that's when she decided on the next report to quit live. And well, awkwardness ensued.
Not that I have a choice, but I quit.
All right, we apologize for that.
At a concert in Washington, Dua Lipa accidentally hit one of the dancers with the microphone, causing it to go missing in the crowd. And well, some fans were confused why the song kept playing, but she still carried on the show like a professional and handled the situation well. An incredible comedic timing happened when a reporter was interrupted in the street.
Reaction from students just ahead. We're not live.
When addressing the judge in the courtroom, you always want to address them as Your Honor, since, well, they are choosing your fate. This woman made a big mistake when she called the judge Love.
We were together for 6 years, Love.
If you call me Love one more time...
Oh, I'm sorry, it's a habit.
When Australia's Prime Minister was giving a mid-press conference with several cameramen near a construction site, a man came off his house and interrupted the interview by asking the Prime Minister and journalists to get off his lawn.
10,000 Australians...
Everyone get off the grass, please.
Sure, let's just move back from there.
Sorry. Hey guys, I've just reseated that.
Yeah, please, off the thing.
During a live presentation of a prototype of a robot able to apply makeup, a mishap happened. A man's plan to charm the judge using his better version completely backfired when the kid gave his dad away.
Did he go through the red light?
He went through the red light again today.
Even though umbrella companies would never admit it, a lot of times when it's raining, umbrellas tend to be pretty useless, since precipitation usually comes with increased wind speed, causing rain to come through the sides. And if the wind is strong enough, they end up inside out. This news reporter gave up on her umbrella halfway through the report. At the Brit Awards, which would be the equivalent of the Grammys in the UK, Adele was given a heartfelt speech after receiving an award. But in an awkward turn of events, she was cut off because she was taking too long.
In the room with all of you.
And I can't believe I'm about to cut off.
Me off.
I'm so sorry.
Can I just say then, goodbye, and I'll see you next time round, yeah?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Blur!
Okay, not 100% sure how we're supposed to know he was actually reading, but a man in India went on live television to prove he's the fastest reader alive. During Good Morning Britain, a guest stormed off after the reporter accidentally dropped a rare plant.
Absolutely.
During a live show, Ed Sheeran's earpiece fell out during the performance, causing him and Taylor Swift to be out of sync. Greatest clay court player of all time, Rafael Nadal, got a little too excited before the game. To promote the opening of a theme park, local reporters went to visit the park and get in some of the thrill rides. What one of the reporters didn't know is that he was getting in a ride that had the tallest inversion in the southern hemisphere. King Charles and the rest of the royal family kept their composure when their faces were smashed with cake. Shaq is a man of varied talents, including freestyling apparently, and when Nicki Minaj was a guest at his show, he decided to risk it all.
B.I.G. Nicki Minaj, will you marry me? No! Oh, she said no. Man, messing up the flow.
An incredible smooth criminal is this dog who stole an empanada on live TV.
¿Viene usted? De acá de Andacollo, de Macá y Churrasquita. ¿De dónde viene usted? De acá de Andacollo, de Macá.
A very confusing moment for talk show host Jimmy Fallon happened when he was surprised by Lady Gaga in the middle of dialogue, just for her to drop some money on the table and leave.
Be careful in those shoes.
When Keanu Reeves was doing some press for a movie in which he did the voice acting for a character named Ted, the interviewer didn't even know which character Keanu was.
Ted. Oh my god. You just lost all of your cred, dude. That's right. That's what you should do right now.
For some reason, this chef thought the assistant chef wasn't worthy enough of his handshake.
Today, Chief Sturgeon Surgeon Javier is entrusting me with the scalpel.
After Kevin Hart made some jokes about Shaq's life in retirement, he got some instant karma. During a morning show, one of the first things the host did was kinda criticize the girl's outfit, which was a little unexpected. Anthony Anderson gave Sherry Shepherd a good scare when he pretended to send a snake flying off at her. When a TV reporter decided to go off script to give some words of wisdom, he tried quoting, "You give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime," but forgot the phrase halfway.
Teach him to fish. You give him
When a karate master was trying to promote his martial arts institution, he claimed that he could crack coconuts with his hands. You don't need enemies when you have friends like this. An ABC News anchor had a laughing attack on air while covering a funny segment of a baby giving CPR.
I'm sorry. That is so cute.
After a picture showing this reporter being carried through floodwaters in Mexico, karma ensued and she got fired. In probably one of the most bizarre interviews ever, a news anchor called a climate change activist to have an amicable discussion. But well, the reporter kind of turned on him and tried to embarrass the activist, and it completely backfired.
What do you do for a living, Cameron?
I'm a carpenter.
How is it sustainable if you're killing trees?
Because it's regenerative, you can grow trees.
You can grow all sorts of things, can't you?
Mark Zuckerberg became one of the richest people in the world by founding a social media platform, so it makes sense that sometimes he tests features such as live streaming. During a peculiar live stream, he was grilling up some brisket and ribs when he was confused about why people were calling him Zuck.
Kenneth, Mark, give me the Zuck. But you can follow up and tell me what that means, and I'll try my best to do it for you.